Hey everybody, welcome back to Alberta Camping. I hope you guys are having a great summer. We've been out here dry camping for about 6 weeks now, and during that time we've only had to use our generator just a couple of times. One of the things we look for though is at nighttime it is nice to have some light around your campsite, and of course being dry camping you really want to minimize your usage of your batteries. So we don't tend to use the trailer lights that often. We use them at night when we need to pack stuff up to go back in, or if we're doing dishes outside, then we'll have the lights on while we do that. But for the most part, we do try to keep the trailer dark and not use the batteries. One of the lights we've discovered that we've been using during dry camping at night is solar powered lights, and we've discovered a brand that's really good. We've actually got, I think my last solar video you would have seen my solar battery charger, which was basically a little solar panel that's built with a built-in battery pack. That thing is basically great for charging cell phones. This same company produces quite a lot of material that's useful for off-the-grid camping or dry camping. They produce these, a lot of them are solar powered, and a lot of them, they have even their little camp stove actually that includes a USB battery built into the camp stove, so while you're heating stuff with your stove, it's producing energy to the battery. Kind of a cool little feature. We haven't purchased that yet. We're contemplating that, but we do have our own propane griddle and stove here, so we don't really need that. But it is a handy feature, especially if you're a backpacker, if you're going out to do some backcountry camping and you don't want to lug a lot of stuff along. This thing runs on sticks. So really nice little feature. Anyway, the lights that we've actually grabbed are what's these little BioLights. And this is what they look like. They're just little square blocks. And the flashing you see there, that's actually indicating that it's charging from solar. So on the back it's got a solar panel. So it takes about 7 hours of direct sunlight to charge these. We haven't had direct sunlight for a few days now. We're getting a couple days here and there with some sun, but most of the time it's been a little cloudy. So just laying these out on the table during the day, they're going to charge enough so they work over at nighttime when you want to use them. So we purchased a couple of these because we like them so much that they work great. So there are 100 lumens, which is equivalent to 100 candles basically. They do, I think it's 4 hours on max, or 3 hours on max. So they do 3 hours on maximum brightness, and that's the white light. This is low right now. You just hold this button on top and it'll go lower. This is the lowest it'll go to, and on this level, which doesn't seem that bright in the sunlight, but at nighttime this is actually not that bad. It actually gives you a decent light that you can see your way around. But at this level, these little guys will do 50 hours of light. Not really something you're going to use at that level most of the time, but you know, gives you an idea. If you got a couple of these and you just want low light, this is going to work for you. You hold the button down, it'll go brighter. I'll take it up to the max for you so you can see how bright it gets. Of course, we're in daylight, but at nighttime this is pretty bright. This is actually not a bad light. We use them actually just to go to the bathroom here. The bathrooms don't have any lights in them. Bring this along. Works perfect in the bathroom. Hang it on the coat hanger in there, the coat hook. You got yourself a lit bathroom. So you turn them off and it gives you a little flash indicating where it is level-wise. Another cool feature of these is not only can you get yourself some nice white light, these are actually RGB. So here it is. This is in green. You can hold the button down. It'll change color as you can see, and now we're going to blue, and it just keeps going, and you can go right on to purple and red. So you've got your RGB light here. This is great for ambient light. What we've been doing with them is we do have other solar lights on our trailer that basically light up the trailer at night, and they're the regular little string lights. They're, I think, 3 lumens, so they're 3 candles basically, but they're stretched across 25 foot of the trailer. Those basically don't do much for you. Give it a little bit of ambient light underneath the awning. It's a little bit of light, but not a huge amount. With these, what I've been doing, we purchased 2, and what we do now is we just put them in a color mode. And in the color mode, we face it towards a trailer, sitting on a picnic table or whatever, what have you. And what that does is basically just reflects off the trailer, a couple of these lights, and you've got a nice lit up campsite at night. And like I said, these things, I think in this mode, will go probably a good 5-6 hours before they run out of battery. And like I said, the white light, if you're in full mode on the white light, it's I think 3 hours max, and then it goes into the dim mode for 4 hours. So you can still get 7 hours out of these, even on using the max brightness. You're not going to need the max brightness that often, so that's great. So yeah, a couple of these at your campsite, great for tenters, great for anybody who's needing to get out and about and wants to have some light. And like I said, if you're dry camping, you definitely want to have something that's going to give you some light around your campsite. We used to use the Coleman lanterns, of course, with the propane, but those are expensive when you're refilling propane. These are solar powered, and you can also charge them by USB. There's a little USB plug on the bottom here that you can plug into. So if you wanted to fast charge them in your trailer or what have you, or charge them before you come out camping so you know they're fully charged. Every 6 months you should fully charge these anyway, so that's a good idea. But yeah, these are great little lights. So these BioLites are available at Mountain Equipment Co-op. I believe Amazon also carries them, and of course you can pick them up directly from their website. It's BioLite, spelled B-I-O-L-I-T-E, and they're handy little units. They also have a lot of items that are good for this type of environment. If you're dry camping or backcountry camping, they have a lot of solar powered and battery USB powered items, so they're definitely worth picking up if you need them. These lights also have what's called their party mode. 3 clicks on the button, and what this does is switches it over to this, where it actually rotates between red, green, and blue. So we've tried to look for a lot of the solar stuff you could use when we're camping, and we've used a lot of the Amazon materials and a lot of the products available on there. They're made in China. We haven't found very many that were robust enough to survive in the Alberta climate, especially when you're dealing with rain quite often. We had some little light bulbs that they had that were basically good for if you're in a tent that had a USB connection to it with a solar little panel, but those got wet and they eventually died on us. So these little ones are waterproof, so they can sit outside during rainstorms and survive. So they're really good. They're a little more expensive. We paid about $35 for them at Mountain Equipment Co-op. You can get them, I'm not sure how much they are on their website, but they're probably quite reasonable. But $35, it's worth it. If you spend a few extra dollars, you're going to get a little bit better results. So yeah, there you go. That's one of our products we're using here at the campsite. So we highly recommend these BioLites. This video was not sponsored by BioLite at all. We purchased these and use them ourselves. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and of course subscribe to our channel, because we're bringing more content all summer long. Thanks for watching Alberta Camping.